So hello everyone, I'm Myrmonden here, welcome to my review starting from episode 16. Not what I expected, to be honest. The episode was kind of like, you know, oh, it's a filler beat, there's some nudeness, right? It has some kind of like a little onsen bath episode in a sense. It was nice, it had the hair covering there, yeah, you know, that was nice. I had a Mitsuru and Kokoro kiss, which I actually really liked, and that was a great one. So, kind of like that, and they're setting up this arachne, right? Arachne, yeah. The black kind of the Zerotwo in black there, and people really asked me, or because I did it in my opening video, I was like, yeah, it's clear Zerotwo. People are like, no, there's another lady on the end there, and I agree. I think there are two different spider girls here. Okay, I think there are two different ones. I think that it's Zerotwo, which of course is, you know, like, yeah, you know, our beloved best girl, and when she's hugging, we kind of sit next to Hiro at the end. She's like, I can hear something weird, I can feel something, right? And then we see, I'm guessing, down in the hole probably, right? In the, whatever, earth or the Catholics, we see her sister maybe? Probably her sister, right? Or something similar to that, another princess of a Clasuros. That is my guess. It's throwing that theory out there, but I think it's very reasonable that there would be more Clasuros like her, right? They kind of half human, half demonic, whatever it's supposed to be. And she has the same kind of form as Zerotwo. No, she has the true form as Zerotwo. Well, I think that because in the opening, yes, we do see her standing there, and it definitely looks like Zerotwo and so on. But I think the big thing for me is the hug, right? As I mentioned in my other video about the opening, we see that Hiro is trying to hug exactly where the spider girl is standing, and she is disappearing, kind of like, you know, shattering before that. And then he is shattering in pain. He's like, no, I couldn't save her, and he is shattering. So I otherwise put Hiro go there and trying to hug this other new random spider girl incoming, right? Which is, I guess, not actually a true antagonist, more probably like a red herring, right? She's gonna go in here, you're gonna be the opponent, they're gonna fight her, understand that she's actually the good guys, ally with her, and probably fight the papacy, right? That thing's pretty clear. Obviously the papacy in the 99s or the last evil ones, but yeah. So something like that probably. So I think there are definitely two different spider girls. It's Zerotwo and probably her sister. Something like that. Mother, sister. But yeah, I think that's fair to say, because again, why otherwise would Hiro try to save the spider, right? He's trying to save the arachne. And again, also, I mentioned in our video, but there's been a lot of this foreshadowing for the spider, because I have the whole episode where Hiro's almost transforming, he's almost dying kind of situation, right? And we see kind of the spider going down, they're having the prey in the web, right? And we see that Zerotwo is definitely like metaphorically kind of being presented as being this spidery queen, right? As being this like black widow that eats her, you know, she mates and she eats her husband, right, so to speak, eats her mate, yeah. And that's kind of like been very much foreshadowed, presented that she's a spider, or kind of that. One of those, I guess, animal. I don't know, but the animals eat their mates, right? Which is probably it's a name for. Which is probably it's a name for. And it's presented that she's the one. She's the darling, and she eats her prey, right? The other ones that she mates, which she's killed, right? So she's been, yeah, presented as a spider lady, so to speak, for months, right? Yeah. And here again, then in the opening, we see a spider lady, but he is trying to save, so that it has to be her. I cannot see him being the other one down, or whatever the other ending spider girl is. So from my perspective, it has to be two different spider girls. One is Zerotwo, and the other one is her. So I think that's just how it is. I think it's. I'm pretty sure on that. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. I might be completely wrong, but I'm pretty confident that that's how it is. So yeah, that's the big thing out of the way. The kind of the last, you know, episode. Right? Otherwise, the episode had some major. One thing, of course, is the major aging and dying thing. So we see that one girl has like gray hair. We see that you know, one guy can't eat. So we see them kind of going downhill there, which I think that, I don't know. I mean, how to say it? I think it's what we all expect, right? It's a very common trope, I suppose, where if you ride a mecha or something similar to that, you expand your lifespan. Right? I think it's pretty clear that if you ride this Franxx mecha, they eat your soul, so to speak, and you become weaker, and then you age. So that's why there are no, like, you know, grown parasites. Maybe Nana is one, but you know, generally there's no one that can survive it. So not very surprising. I didn't think you would see this early, but yeah, so we kind of see them, you know, becoming weaker and weaker, and then they're all falling down over it and so on. Which actually I liked definitely. So it's like, you have to eat, man, get some energy, yeah. Which makes sense because you probably have to eat to consume it and so on. We also of course know that, but we saw it last episode where the Clashers are also probably humans, right? They are like human, and the bigger are like a lot of human in clusters, right? So the smaller ones, like one human each, probably for mutations, have been transformed into Clashers. So whatever kind of mates you're doing there, the energy from the human is creating those Clashers, devil kind of mechas. The pilot the mechas are also probably the same thing, right? Which is much better. So it consumes your life force to not to create the mecha, but to drive it, right? Which is kind of obvious. But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I don't think it was bad, but I just feel like, yeah, it's just kind of, I feel that it's kind of just confirming what everyone's been saying all the time. It's like, oh yeah, of course you lose lifespan on your mecha driving. It's like, yeah, like as in pretty much most stuff. Yeah, like it's just kind of what I think we've all been waiting for to happen. But so nice bath time though. So the Kokoro part I think was really nice. Even though, it's like, poor net reproduction, but that was a really nice part though, I think. When he's like, I got no, and she's standing over and like, look up. It's like, huh? It's like, you got me, darling. Yeah, she's doing that, you got me. And he's kind of confused there, like, what do you mean, girl? Like, and then she grabs the kiss there, yeah. Then, so I like it, yeah. I really liked it. Right? She's kind of setting it up there. She's trying to flirt with him, and he doesn't get it, right? He's being depressed, and she's like, you got me, honey, I'm here for you. And he's like, I don't know, what do you mean, where's my hero? and then she goes for the kiss there. I think it was a nice, very beautiful scene. Felt very compassionate from her, right? Yeah, she's like, no, well, arguably it's like, she takes advantage because now he is his most depressed point here. So his ass is weakest, but generally I feel like she's in a way for her to tell him that she likes him, and that people actually do care about him. Even of course Hiro also care about him, but like confirming that for the poor guy. So I think it's a very nice, beautiful scene. So I really liked it. And also really like generally is the whole Dr. Franxx and kind of how that made Zerotwo be like, screw the papa. I love that scene. Yeah, it was a great scene. Then next minute he's like, oh, where's the papa? So that's a little weird. But I liked how, for a brief moment there, he refused to pray. I think it was a great moment there when he's just like, okay, we actually captured this fish by yourself. Well, he didn't, but I got it. And it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna pray to our God because I know that our God this time didn't actually supplement me with this dish. Because think about it, normally, well, I mean, generally, in a lot of religion, you pray to God generally because it's like, yeah, God gave us food to eat and so on, and it's great. But for them, they have been given food. Literally, they have get food kind of dropped down from the sky, pretty much like that. Those machines just give them food, right? So they have actually been fed by their papa, right? By the papas, they have been giving them food like that. So for him, it's a huge change for them, of course, going from that into actually catching their own food. And then him just like, nope, I'm gonna eat this now. I'm throwing it away. I screw. Yeah, like I don't believe in God anymore, and so on. So I think that's a great point of him to say that. And then of course, as soon as he realizes that Fedoshi's about to die or he's dying, he goes back like, no, I'm sorry, God, please save us. Yeah, so I think that's a great moment here. It's showing clear that they have to rebel against the Papa, which I've been saying for weeks now, and then having him going like, okay, yeah, I don't believe in God anymore. Right? That's kind of what he's saying there. And then the next he's like, wait a minute, my friend is dying. Oh, sorry, God, I believe in you. Yeah, it's kind of like that, right? It's like, no, wait, I believe. So I think that's actually a very good scene. So lastly, I want to talk about Nana. And I think it was an interesting point there in the end, in the middle of the scene of end scene, where Dr. Franxx is like, oh, you've been through this before, and Nana is like, what? And then she got a headache. I think that's a very interesting point here, very interesting scene, right? Because Nana seems to be mind cleared, mind swapped or memory erased or so by Dr. Franxx. So I'm guessing there because he says something to her, it triggers her memory, but she can't remember it. That's why she gets a headache. Right? She's like, oh, my head, yeah. That probably means that he has been in her brain, right? Removed whatever memory she had of either being a pilot or maybe previous kids. Was it unclear if he meant like you've been through this before, like they've done this experiment on other kids or something like that, or is generally she has been like with other kids generally. Because if it meant that, It could be that he had erased her memory of them dying. It could be that they all died, right? And the mind wiped her, so she wouldn't have to remember that, because she maybe, you know, become crazy if her whole kids died, right? So that could be one thing. But I'm also thinking that she might actually be a survivor of being a pilot. Nana might actually be a former pilot, right? And he like erased her memory to kind of, you know, remove whatever for some reason. Because his comment was kind of like, yeah, it was a little ambiguous. But it could either mean, I would say one of the things. Either she's a former pilot and he removed the memory from her, or well, maybe it could be that she's a former pilot, she knows she's a former pilot, but he removed the specific, you know, procedure like this thing and so on. It could also be, I guess, like a partial of the thing. Or she had previous children, right, and they probably all died, and he just removed them. I think probably the second thing is more reasonable, that because that connects to them thinking about the other kids that died before them and talking about that. So I think that Nana has probably memory wiped from remembering her previous students. That's probably how it is. Yeah, some memory wipe at least, some memory wipe at least, but I think that's probably what I would go with. He probably erased her memory of her whatever mistakes or deaths and so on, or, you know, the pain of all her kids dying or something like that. But yeah, overall a pretty good episode. And again, though, the first thing I think is the most important here. I think it's the Darling, it's Zerotwo Spider-Girl plus another Spider-Girl. Yeah, I think that's probably the main thing. I think it's both of them, you know, in some kind of relationship there. Blood relationship, probably. Yeah, probably. And I hope I enjoyed the review, and I'll see you guys next week. I know my mouse is broken, so I can't do the video.